down.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Steven.
And we're the Super Maker Bros.
Today's build, we 3D printed the Good Samaritan from the original Hellboy movie.
On to the build. Let's go. Alright, here we go.
I do still have my soundboard. So, here are some, we 3D printed some of these models on FDM.
Yeah, I rolled a few out at work on the Rep 2. They came out pretty good, considering.
Yeah, they didn't have that many build lines, which I was trying to deal with. The last time I did this project a long time ago, build lines was heavy on the, the chamber area and the handle. That was really heavy wood grain.
Well, I find that Rep 2s definitely don't have build lines that bad. They've definitely improved the software over time. And as long as it's a solid machine, you won't have that many issues. And it's always about the orientation of the piece, how it stands. You know, if it stands vertically, there's definitely more chances, or if you get a filament skip or whatever. But this, definitely avoided that problem this time around. Yeah, or as much as can be considered.
Yeah, I mean, FDM is still going to have some lines, but that's where we come in. So here I'm just cleaning off some supports. The original one that I printed was on Z18. Maybe that's why. The original Z18s.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they look so bad.
The problem there is, wait, why did the parts change color?
So the original parts were printed on FDM, and I used, what is it called, XTC or something to smooth it out. So I never used it before, and I really messed up on some of the parts. So I had to, you'll notice some of the parts are shiny and some aren't. I had to print some in resin just to, still continue with the build. But same parts, same build.
It's you really gotta brush it on because it can gloop up on you.
Well, it was my first time using it, and I didn't know what the pot life was. So I was trying to use it so fast while I'm trying to record, and I just kept messing. I got it everywhere. I learned a lot from the
next time.
From it.
Probably get some bootleg pieces or something.
Yeah. I don't practice on the good parts.
No, I never do. Or always prep yourself. Set your epoxy up on the side, set the glues up, and paper towels in hand or glove, whatever.
That's why I keep scrap everywhere now.
Because trying to rush it through that doesn't help.
So we prime with Duplicolor, and now I'm just putting on some acro green, which is similar to.
Using X-Acto to put your acro green on?
Yeah, because I'm trying to get a really thin layer, and I don't want to get. Normally I use a popsicle stick, but when I use a popsicle stick, I didn't want to get any on the side. I just wanted on the top, the back, and the bottom. So what's funny is you can actually see when it turns nighttime because I was doing this really late.
Of all the things you use a lot of popsicle sticks, bro. You use a lot of them, bro.
Yeah,
tomorrow. I must have went through 10 on my last build.
I actually bought a pack from I think the dollar store or Amazon, and I got 100
or
300 bucks.
The big box.
So I have the handles printed in resin, and now I'm trying to get rid of the connecting lines. So because I remember on the previous build that I did a long time ago, I think 2014, of this same build, the connecting lines looked really bad. So I'm trying to not make the same mistake.
You should throw some comparison shots on Instagram so people can see.
Yeah, I definitely will. I have a good picture lined up of what 5-6 years does to your skill. So right now I'm trying to get rid of the line, the connecting point. So I'm using, I think that's 220 or 400 grit, and then I'm using I have 400 grit sandpaper, and then I'm using 220 of a sponge, the sanding sponge.
I picked up a few. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Except that I feel like they absorb so much dust, you gotta kind of beat them out.
Yeah. I don't know if you'll notice on the screen, but I slapped them on the table. To try to stop. It's daytime. Yeah, that's the thing. You that's how you know working on these really hard.
No, I live in the basement, so it's only one time for me.
Well, now I'm still trying to get rid of the line. I'm not happy with it. Every time I sand, the line keeps staying in, and I'm also trying to piece the parts together. Some of the parts in this model that we received, I have to prime it again, of course, but some of the models we received, the holes didn't line up the way we liked, or there's all the popsicle sticks right there. The holes didn't really line up the way, where you can basically put it together easily, pins, stuff like that.
Do you try to pre-hole it all, or do you wait till you get to painting to start trying to line it all up?
Well, so with this one, the model looked good, so I didn't like Dremel anything out until like later in the build. After I get rid of the build line, when I start putting more and more together, I start noticing that, wow, some of these holes, it could also be different materials, PLA, resin, like they don't really go well together sometimes. So now I'm just that's Duplicolor black, which I love. It just messes up your spinner.
You know what? I have a black from Rust-Oleum. I'm not a fan of it because I feel like it constantly spits.
Well, this one, Duplicolor, is really nice. So I painted the black. I painted the gunmetal, which is also Duplicolor, both for cars. And here, I know the camera angle's a little off because I didn't want to get the camera dirty. So what I'm doing is I take a foot scraper and I spray chrome paint on the foot scraper, and then I scratch on basically I put on scratches. You're not scratching off paint, you're adding a scratch. Yeah, it's a weird thing that I came up with a long time ago. It seems to work. It doesn't work for every project, but
that explains why your foot is chrome lately.
Yeah, I do have chrome dust everywhere.
What I do to keep my camera centered in the table, I have a small red X in there, and that kind of always knows that, like, as long as the camera
point at this.
Yeah, point at that, because I had gotten some early complaints about my stuff was a little off-centered.
Well, and apologies to the people for being off-centered, but sometimes when you're shirtless, you don't want to see that. That's
it. Plus, my camera rests on my left side, and I'm right-handed, so everything I do, I kind of have to force it into the frame.
With this, yeah, definitely. With this weathering, it's just burnt amber,
the trifecta.
Black, the same Adam Savage.
I mean, that brush literally looks rusted.
Yeah, like, it is.
If you found that somewhere, you would think, oh, this is rusted to hell.
Well, the brush actually is rusted. That I used the chemical. So here is.
It's a new technique, right?
Yeah, so this is a technique I was practicing. I wanted to make the model look like worn wood. So you spray it off screen. I sprayed dark. After you pull the saran wrap off, basically what you do is you try your best to get 2 good coats of light, then you paint dark, you wrap it while it's still wet, pull off the saran wrap and
then let it air dry?
And let it air dry. Yeah, that's why I put a piece of foam inside to let it air dry. And then here the same thing, the trifecta, dirty it up, pull off the paint, pull off the dirt. With my legit rusty brush that I used the rust chemical on by mistake.
You got a nickname of Rusty?
Yeah, and as you can see, like, I'm just wiping off the dirt, trying to get the grime inside. I always do the scratches first, and then the grime. Scratches first, then grime. Now I'm trying to put black on the undercoat of the coin.
Oh, you put the grime into the coin too?
Yes, I've always put grime in everything. So I'm trying to assemble it. You'll see I'm cutting stuff because the cylinder didn't fit well, so I just cut it. I really wanted to get this assembled. Trust me, the fight is real with this. The only thing you didn't see is my wife. She braided some leather to put on the handle, around the ring.
The worst part is that you're already in paint, so any misstep,
any
misstep here is just like,
I'm dremeling stuff out. I'm trying my best to get just. Now I'm assembling. I got the baby clamps. Hopefully you guys enjoy the final shots. Well, there it is.
I gotta tell you, that handle came out amazing.
The Good Samaritan Hellboy. Or Hellboy Good Samaritan. But the weathering, so I scratched everything up, dirtied it. The only thing, some of the fit was a little weird. But I even got some grime in that in that little hole there. I was trying to cover that bill line.
I think that's top quality. I think any cosplayer would be glad to have that one on him. Although she's missing some bullets.
Yeah, the handle though, that saran wrap trick works. I definitely recommend it.
Make a bro tip.
Yeah, make a bro tip. Use saran wrap. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the build.
And subscribe for new builds and hit the bell.
Let's get out of here.